Radio.
Tune in to the
Shakedown.
Real Talk Radio.
Shakedown Radio.
Real Talk.
Keep it real, we keep it raw.
The Shakedown. Shakedown. Shakedown.
Instagram with your Facebook.
Welcome everybody to the Shakedown Radio Showcase live right here. Y'all know we Facebook live and everything. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us right here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr, all the social medias. Make sure you follow us. We're now on Apple iTunes. You guys can follow us on Apple iTunes. You can also follow us on Spotify. So we're live. We're growing. The channel's growing. So Gas Up Wednesday. We got nobody that answered the question for Gas Up Wednesday. Remember, Gas Up Wednesday, baby, you win gas prize, whatever kind of prize or what kind of gas money I got coming out. You know what I mean? Make sure, if you want to win, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash that button for your team right here. Make sure you hit the bell for the notification right here on the Shakedown Radio Showcase Live. And tonight, we're talking about the IRS and the things they don't want you to know, or try to give you guys some insight on if you already filed your taxes. And we got a special guest who's an expert, in my opinion. She's also been a spokesperson for Jackson Hewitt and so on. I'm not going to throw her fame out there, but we're going to get to her. On the left of me, I have my homegirl, Katrina Diamond. What's up, baby?
Hey, everybody.
Y'all know it. And on the right of me, I got my main man, Mr. Flick It Up. Tell him how they do it, baby.
Hey, you already know, man. We here, man. This is your boy, Mr.
Flick It Up.
Yay.
Hey, and for tonight's segment, I got a special guest, Jillian J. I'm going to call her Jillian J. Hey, Miss Jillian.
Hey, guys. How are you? Hey, how are you, Flick?
Hey.
Man. She go, how are you, Flick? Oh, hi.
I don't know. Hey, how are you, Flick?
We've been knowing each other forever.
All right, now.
I didn't get that. I'm disappointed. I didn't get that.
Hey, I didn't get that either, even though I'm a female.
Man, at least I ain't the only one hurt. So tonight we're talking about taxes, filing taxes, the things of taxes, the myths, the things you don't want to do, try to do, and whatnot. I tried to claim, Jillian, so I heard some things changed a little bit about, so let's say, allegedly, I got 2 children that live with me. They ain't mine, but they live with me, right? They ain't mine, but they live with me. Allegedly, they live with me. Can I still claim them?
No, you cannot.
What?
I mean, and this is not a rule that the IRS just came out with. This is something that has been, official since day one, but the IRS didn't start cracking down on it until a couple of years ago because of fraud. But children have to be blood related to you, or that you have to win children through the court. So basically, the only people that can claim a child are the people that are directly related to that child. So the grandparent, the mother, the father, the sister, the brother, but no cousins, no first cousins, no real good friends, no godchildren, nothing like that.
Wait a minute. You cannot claim godchildren on your taxes?
No, you cannot claim godchildren on your taxes.
Okay. What if you have custody of the children? Can you claim them on your taxes?
Then you should be awarded something from the state if you have custody of the children, and that way you can go ahead and claim the children if they're not blood related to you, because now you was awarded the children from the state. So there's documentation of that.
Wow. So here's the question. So you said that you can't claim any more children that are not related to you, blood related to you. You can't claim cousins.
No, correct. The IRS is going to want to see support and documentation.
So that's what I was going to get to. So are they requesting now additional documentations for you to claim these children?
Definitely. If you are listed on the return that child is not your son or daughter, the IRS is requesting support and documentation.
Wow. So you can't just turn around and say, hey, I'm claiming this child, even though the child stay with me, I'm trying to claim them on that. You got it. They want to see documentation that you have custody of the child.
That's correct. That is correct.
Wow, y'all hear that, man? No more claiming the neighbor's children, because I was trying to claim one last year. You know what I mean? No more claiming. No more claiming.
So they really ain't playing. They all the way in, huh?
They're all the way in about that. They tightened up on the e-filing system. Even W-2s have something called verification code. So you can't just steal someone's W-2 and file someone's W-2 any longer. If you don't have that verification code, then yeah, you're stopped during e-file.
All right. So e-file. What's the difference between, is e-file the only way people are going these days, or can people still mail in and file, paper file?
You can still mail in a return and paper file. And what the tax industry is getting ready to go through is that people not having the authority to e-file unless they're a franchise tax corporation.
Whoa. What do you mean? So you mean to tell me, even though I know taxes, I can't e-file from home?
In the next 5 to 10 years, no. Not at all. So what they want to do is they want to get rid of a lot of the independent tax companies. And they want to keep track of those who are actually preparing returns.
Hey, well, we got somebody with a question. They said, this is from Linda Glosser. She said, my son wasn't able to claim his girlfriend kids, even though they love him with the past 4 years. He takes care of them 100%.
Right. And you know, he can claim the children, but the relationship would be other. He wouldn't be able to claim the children as son or daughter or anything like that. And the personal relationship is what generates the earned income credit. If you're not blood related to that child, then you can't generate that credit.
So you can claim them, you just won't get any kind of earned income credit? Is that what you're saying?
You won't get any kind of credit for them, but even if you are high in income and you claim them just to relieve some of your tax, you still receive a letter in the mail to provide support and documentation.
So a lot of that also helps with you, with your taxes, even though you claim somebody because you provide for them. Does that help you, or does that hurt you?
It's only with people that actually make money. Don't think that you're actually making $20,000 and you need to claim 8 people to help you with your tax. Basically, right. If you're in the $50,000 income range, people on the return do lower your tax. Yes.
Oh.
I got you. So even though I don't get earned income credit, so what's the maximum kids that I can get earned income credit? Because I see these signs around say, oh, you get earned income credit for 4 children. Oh, we do up to 5 children. Is these tax signs literally true that I can get earned $3,000 up to per child?
Yeah, and that's not the truth. Please stop listening to the lying signs. And I went live a couple of times on the business page about that. The earned income credit does go up to 3 children. Doesn't mean that that's all the children you can claim. Say you have 5 children. You can claim all 5 children, but you only get the earned income credit up to 3 children. There's no such thing as $1,000 per child or $2,000 per child. The earned income credit is strictly depend on your earned income. So if you only made $10,000 for the year, you have 3 children, then you cannot get the $6,444 it was, I think, the max for 3 children. You won't receive that because your income was only $10,000. So the income is based on an income scale when it goes to that credit. And that information can be looked up on the IRS website.
Wow. Now I understand it. I hope y'all get that out there. So listen, what she said is you can claim as many children that you want, but you're only gonna get credit for 3 children. So if you guys don't get that, even though it says $1,000 per child, it ain't no $1,000. It's maybe $1,000 per child up to 3 children. Is that correct?
That is not true at all. The earned income credit is based on income alone. The maximum children for that credit is 3, but it's based on your income. That's all.
So basically, if it match up on the way you could raise 3 child, so basically it's saying like, all right, then you make enough the way you can't actually raise those 3 child, right? Basically, like it makes sense of you on the money you making.
So to speak, it is on there is a earned income table, and the table can be located on the IRS website. It's in publication 17, but the table there shows you per your income how much of that credit you can get, depending on your filing status and depending on how many children you're claiming. So the maximum for the earned income credit for 3 children is $6,444. The only people that got that full credit were only people that was in $12,000 to $13,000 income.
Wow, that's something new. Listen, everybody, I want to appreciate everybody tuning in right now to the radio, the Shakedown Live. I said radio Shakedown Live. Got tongue-tied. To the Shakedown Radio Showcase Live. Right now, we're talking about taxes, the stuff the IRS is not telling everybody. So we got an expert on the line. If you have not yet, follow us right here on Facebook. Follow us on all our social media. If you go in the flyer that was posted tonight, all our links are below. And also, we got tonight's special guest, Miss Jillian J, tax expert. Yeah. So y'all know how we do it. Or if any questions that you guys ask, you guys can post them up on Facebook Live. We'd be glad to answer those questions. Also, if you're following the podcast live right now, you can ask questions. I am live on the podcast as well, so you guys can actually ask those questions as well if you guys want to talk about it on there. So she was giving us the rundown on earned income credit, tax, that so forth. So listen, here's my question and here's my dilemma on business, right? So let's say I'm a businessman and I don't have all my business credentials together, per se. What is the most important documents that I need to have to file as I'm going to say sole proprietorship? Sole proprietorship. All you hustlers out there, I want you to listen.
As a business, 3 most important things you need. You need an EIN with the IRS. You also need a document number with your state, whichever state you're in. You have to be registered through the state. And you also need something called a profit and loss sheet. A lot of people call that a P&L. And basically that sheet is just going to give your preparer a total of what your income is for the year and what your expenses are for the year for the business.
I got you. The POA, I'm familiar with that. That's what your profit margin and your revenue over your overhead. If you're in the red, the black by the time of the end of the year,
right.
All your expenses.
But just to keep it simple, okay, it's basically all your income for the business and all the expenses for the business for the whole year.
Okay, all your income and all your expenses. So, and that's even if I'm a sole proprietorship. Because with sole proprietorship, I don't need an EIN number. I can use my my Social Security number. Has that process changed as well?
That process has not changed as long as you are licensed and registered through the state. You still will have the document number. You have a lot of people that are vendors in the state of Florida. Those people still pay a vendor fee with the state of Florida. So as long as you have documentation with your state that you are a business, then you're ready to go. But from future purposes going forward, you do need an EIN number for the business.
I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. So on the EIN number, I can actually get that. Mostly, my understanding, our EIN numbers for the state of Florida comes out of the state of Georgia, correct?
No, EIN numbers come straight from the IRS. That's basically like a social security number for the business, and you can obtain that information from the IRS website. But I would not suggest a lot of people going to the IRS website, applying for EINs. Have your local preparer or your local CPA, your local small business setup agent to go ahead and set up that information for you. Because depending on how you're filing, there are certain tax forms you may need to include when you file.
Ah, you guys got that? If you're running a small
But
business.
actually, I got an EIN number, and I got it straight through IRS. As a matter of fact, I got it instantly. I talked to someone, and I got it instantly. I didn't need nothing extra.
What's the...
Well, and that could be so, but a lot of businesses, small businesses, what they run into is that at first when they start the corporation, they just might be a small LLC, and then when they start getting into excessive revenue in the company, now all of a sudden they're a corporation. Those two different entities file different forms with the IRS. So a lot of times what I run into with clients is that you go ahead and you get the EIN number straight from the IRS, and you never let the IRS know what type of entity you are. That's a whole separate form that's not instructed for you to file when you're obtaining that EIN from the IRS website. So that's why I suggest seek professional help. Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Did you know that, Katrina Diamond?
No, I did not know that, because they ask, like, when you go on sunbiz.org, and when you're setting up your business, they ask for all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's good to know, because I made a couple of mistakes online, and I got to go back and I got to do an amendment, because I'm doing non-profit, and I did it for profit. So I got to go back in, and I got to do an amendment for non-profit for my organization.
So that's actually called a 990 non-profit form.
Okay.
Yep, that's a whole different form. When we're getting into non-profit corporations, for-profit corporations, non-profit corporations, the IRS just wants to document who you are, how much money have you maintained, and where have you spent it on. That's a whole different form, and that's called a 990. So you want to be careful from trying to attach that to your personal return. It does not go on your personal return for nonprofit.
Okay.
Wow.
That's good to know.
Everybody that's tuned in right now to the Shakedown Radio Showcase Live, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're talking about taxes, IRS, what you can do and cannot do. If you got any questions out there and you guys want to give us a call on the line, you can call us at area code 346-327-4253. That's area code 346-SHAKE. That's D-A SHAKE. Just in case for those who can't understand phone numbers, they can understand letters. You know what it is. 346 area code SHAKE, D-A SHAKE. Go ahead and give us a call. We'll pull you in on the phone call, whatever questions that you guys do have. We appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're not following us yet, go ahead and follow us right here on Facebook. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, smash that button, support us, this channel right here, because every broadcast does get rebroadcast on the YouTube channel. Also, if you want to win cash prize from a conversation previous on Gas Up Wednesday, we're going to ask you a question. You're going to win cash prize if you're the winner, but the only way you can enter, you must be a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Smash that button. Show us that you supporting us and the community out here, because what we're trying to do is just relate information to the community the proper way and also have fun as we going on ahead and do it. To the left of me, y'all know it, I got my homegirl, Katrina Diamond. What's up, baby?
Hey, everybody.
Yes. And to the right, I got my boy, Mr. Flick It Up. You there?
You already know, man. This is your boy, Mr. Flick It Up, man. We gonna get it in, man. You ain't got a truth about this income tax 2019, the changes in different policies and numbers are starting to change. So I hope y'all listen very carefully, man.
Yeah, make sure, and y'all know I got my tax expert from J-Star Taxes. We'll definitely put her information up there so you guys can check her out. She's from J-Star Taxes. Miss Jillian J. Hey, baby.
Hey, guys.
Oh, see, I got a better hey, y'all. I got a better hey. I appreciate that better hey, that like that. Jillian, I got a question about another question about taxes, and
yes.
This is a question that a lot of people I hear they talk about, and it's about a lot of people is confused about e-filing. They're saying don't file. You can't So you mentioned this earlier. You can't file e-file. You have to become a business to e-file. You can't personally e-file no more after this year. What can you break that down a little better?
Okay. Let me start by giving you this piece of the information. Each president, they can come in and they can look at tax codes, and they can actually do two things. They can say, we want to hold this law in place, or they can set an expiration date to the law. So with Trump coming in, it's a couple of things that he has set expiration dates to. The only thing that can change that is another president coming in and saying, no, I don't want to put an expiration date on that. I want to hold that in place. So two major things he put an expiration date to. Number one, if you are not a franchise tax corporation, meaning just like a McDonald's or an H&R Block, or things like that, you have to be a franchise corporation in order to e-file in the United States e-filing system. If you are an independent tax company, like those tax companies that's been around since 1999, grandma's been filing, auntie's been filing, mom's been filing, those companies would have to mail in each client's tax return in order to be processed. Another thing he also put an expiration date on is the earned income credit.
What do you mean an expiration date on earned income credit? What do you mean? I can't claim my kids at a certain time?
In the next 5 to 10 years, that credit will go through what you call a review with the United States of America. So they may take that credit away completely. So there is no extra stimulus for having a certain amount of children or being in a certain income range for certain tax individuals.
So basically, you just get what you're going to get. Everybody going to be getting like the same exact if they don't have the income credit? Or
the only credit that was picked for children would be the child tax credit. That would be the only credit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
What's the child tax credit? A lot of people don't understand what's the child. Can you break that down?
You have a couple of credits. One are refundable credits. Those credits, they go in your pocket as cash. And then the other credits are non-refundable credits. And these are for my people that I was talking about, $30,000 income tax range. Those people are going to have a tax. So the non-refundable credit, what they do is get rid of those people's tax. So the refundable credit, the earned income credit, and the child tax credit, those credits go in your pocket. So the child tax credit, if you guys can see the difference this year, they raised that credit to $2,000 per child. So a lot of people saw an extra stimulus in their tax refund, especially if they were between $12,000 to $15,000 in income tax bracket.
Wow.
$10,000 returns we're talking about, guys. $10,000. I think my highest this year, if you didn't pay out any federal, just credits alone, about $10,400.
Wow. So they got some people out here got that loot.
Pretty much. So if you look at, go ahead.
I'm sorry, no, go ahead and finish.
So if you look at it, if you made $13,000, you had 3 children, the IRS pretty much gave you an extra $7,000 to $8,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct. So they boosted your income by $7,000 to $8,000. But what do most of those people do when they get that $7,000 to $8,000? Exactly, right back on retail. So you're not doing anything but looping the money right back around.
Right back.
Right. And
when
see,
y'all could have just, when they could have invested into a business or put it into something that can make them more money or keep them having money, keep going, I guess.
And what I tell my clients to do is invest in a plan. First, you just have to have the right preparer, the right CPA to sit down with you and show you what can you do and what are your options. Because a lot of people have a hard time figuring out where to start.
Right.
Yeah.
And getting a hold of a CPA is a key to tell you how to invest your money, where to put it at, if mutual funds, what mutual funds, high or low risk mutual fund. And a lot of people in our community don't understand that process, or they'll say, I'm not meeting with nobody to tell me how to invest my money. Let me tell you, it was the greatest thing that I ever did when I started my business. I actually have a CPA out in Deltona because some people are like the president, like Jillian J. It's hard to get a hold of them, but it is great where you can actually take even some of your business revenue and be able to reinvest. This is something that people do now. Take some of their business revenue and reinvest it, which helps them with their business as well to grow, earn income.
Yeah.
And a lot of people...
Yeah, and what I want to add to that, Kay, don't get so technical about everything, guys. See, CPA, Certified Public Accountant, you really don't need a CPA unless your business is at least in $100,000 worth of revenue. And you really don't need a CPA. What you need is a really good bookkeeper, a document holder. I think I've been preparing taxes since I've been preparing taxes since I was 12 years old. So as far as document holding, as far as making sure you keep up with deductions, that's all supposed to be done by the taxpayers. So if you can get you a real good preparer, a real good bookkeeper, you have some tax companies out there like ATAX. ATAX is focused on bookkeeping for small businesses. So you can walk into a local ATAX and have a preparer and a bookkeeper in the same set instead of going around town looking for a certified public accountant. And the only thing they know about taxes is their specified taxation knowledge. That's it. I know some tax preparers that can run circles around CPAs.
Right, because they're not big into the tax. They just know the basics. Is that correct?
Correct. CPAs study taxation. They're really not involved in individual tax preparation.
Wow. That's something. I'm finna move. Now I need to change my CPA. God dang it. Jillian, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and where you located at. That's even the people that want to come from Georgia, Brooklyn, or whatever, Miami, and want to visit you. Tell the people how they can get a hold of you.
Oh, my God. You guys can call me at 407-276.
Hold on. Go slow. I'm going to put it out there.
407-276-3815.
And what's the name of the
company?
company?
The name of the business is J Star Tax Service for Jillian Star. So that's what it stands for. And you guys can hit me up on Facebook as well. There is a Facebook business page for J Star Tax Service. We are located right in the heart of 32805 in the Washington Shores community. And you guys can just give me a call. Hit me up. Any questions? Even if you get somewhere and you're shaking in the knees and you're scared about should I file, call us. Even if you're unsure, if you're sitting in front of TurboTax and something's not making sense, call us. We focus on tax education because in order to change the tax stigma, we have to change the mind.
Right, man, that is so true. That is so true. Listen, I got my boy Peanut Butter. He on the right of me, right? My boy Peanut Butter is a pastor / pimp, right? So Peanut Butter has his business at night. his management, his Night Stock and Management Company, right? So he is a sole proprietorship, right? And he got all this money, right? And he wants to file taxes, but he ain't paid anything in his taxes. Is there anything peanut butter can do?
There's absolutely nothing peanut butter can do. And this is another thing. Even for, I don't condone any illegal money. But what do you guys think tax fraud or infringement is? Even, it doesn't matter what your occupation is. If you're a pimp by night,
right.
If you're executive by day, if you're not paying taxes on the money that you receive, then you can't be penalized on a governmental basis when it comes to that income. So if you're a top drug dealer in the local area and you get busted with your money and you haven't paid taxes on that money, a lot of top drug dealers are in jail for tax infringement, not paying taxes on the money.
That's
that
what I was trying to get at. That's what I was trying.
Correct.
So listen.
Correct.
The people that get busted.
How they gonna pay taxes on them? Like
they should. You can, but you have to create some type of fictitious business and get the right document paperwork stating that
Correct.
you're doing.
And it doesn't have to be a lie. I had a stripper that made over $150,000 dancing and doing other services, and we claimed that as personal service.
Wow.
And she had an EIN number, and she had a name connected to that EIN number, and her breasts were deducted, and her outfits were deducted, and everything, that helped her create her fund.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So a lot of the people that do, and I'm not going to get too far off this subject, that get busted with drugs, most of their time spent in jail, a lot of those accounts is for tax fraud or evasion,
Correct.
not evasion of taxes.
Correct. Not paying taxes.
Not paying taxes
on the cash in hand.
By
Correct.
the cash in hand. That's if they were distributing and they know, in which judge know you ain't got no business for it, they can add
Correct.
on more time to your sentence for tax evasion. So a lot of people y'all, they've been doing this back in the day since bootlegging and whatnot. Everybody
Correct.
know Al Capone got taken down for tax evasion. Not for what he was doing. He got took down for tax evasion. That was it.
Right, but if he had a tax return,
Yep.
and he listed it as other services or personal services or community services or something to that extent, he could have saved himself some time behind bars. Correct.
wow. Oh.
Y'all see that?
Wow.
That's crazy.
I hope one of y'all listening.
Flick it up. We couldn't hear you. Flick it up. Sound like you were far away from your phone.
Oh no, I said for the ones that they know who I'm talking about. I hope you on the live listening. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you better get it right.
Get your tag. Listen.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, checking us out by the special edition about taxes and the IRS right here on the Shakedown Radio Showcase Live, baby. Make sure that you support us by, following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat. We on SoundCloud. We on. We're now on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify. Right.
Spotify.
Also, listen, we got good news. We waiting on the documents to come back. You're going to be able to find us on iHeart Radio as well.
Woo!
Right?
Yeah.
So, that's hands up. And, give hands up for that. We've been working hard towards it.
Yep.
Got to hear it, but applause it out there. iHeart Radio. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Keep following us, especially if you want to win that.
Yes.
If you want to win the cash prizes, baby, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. When you subscribe to the YouTube channel, that helps support us, help us invest back into our channel here, which we want to help invest back into the community. We're not the average podcast channel out there. We give away prizes. Also, look out for Mr. Flick It Up, Shakedown Radio Showcase, hip-hop and R&B, all local artists only. R&B singers, R&B rappers, hip hop rappers, whatever you do, even if you're a poet and you got it on sound, make sure you follow. We got a email that we put in a link. You definitely gotta send your song or your track, one song, to the Shakedown Radio Showcase 407@gmail.com. We'll post that into the link as well. Send one track only. Flick It Up will be on air with those special editions.
Flick It Up.
Showcasing all the local talent. Listen, we focus on the Florida talent, but we're doing all local talent. So if you're hot or not, please still send it in. If you can't handle the criticism that the Shakedown give you, then you may not want to send it in, because we're going to tell you. Also, we got a special with that. We'll be on air on Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday with hip-hop and R&B right here, Shakedown Radio Showcase Live, baby, hosted by Mr. Flick It Up and DJ Flick It Up. Who's your DJ, Flick It Up?
You already know, man. My DJ gonna be DJ Swift, man, out of 98.5. You know what I mean? Next Level Radio. So we're gonna be getting it in, man. You already know, man. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be lit. And I just cannot wait to see these faces, these music, and and these critiques. You know what I mean? And so people can start taking their music real serious, man. Because we get to start playing with these people's dreams and hopes. You know what I mean?
Right. And at the same time, y'all guys can contact J Star Tax Services if you are you need your taxes done if you're trying to become a rapper or whatever, and maybe she can hook you up with the right management company. You never know, baby. Jillian.
That's right. For you local artists, for you local rappers, that's what I tell them all the time. Stop chasing those big deals and go ahead and generate income for yourself. Let's go ahead and make an EIN number for your artist name, and let's go ahead and get lines of credit so you can put money under yourself and promote yourself and sell yourself.
You're going to definitely be on my show.
That's right. You can generate $1 million right from the bank just in a small business loan as a personal rapper. You don't have to wait on L.A. Reid to come drop a $2 million deal. You got it yourself.
You got it yourself.
Did y'all
because
hear that?
A lot of that money don't go straight to them anyway.
Exactly.
A lot of that money don't, and that's what they fail to tell them when they first start out. Because look at a lot of these major artists that came out, or groups that came out. One with New Edition, how they was bull cracked around, So people really need to do their research when it comes to these big companies signing them and stuff. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely. Jillian, any last words for the people?
Oh no, guys, just keep it real. Keep your eyes wide open. Stay away from the fraud people. Nothing happens overnight. Longevity is a blessing. And come holler at me if you want some real money.
Right.
That's what it is.
Katrina Diamond, what you got for the people?
I just said it. The ones that's gonna go out and try to chase their dreams, chase them in the right way. Go see Miss J and let her help you out.
That's right.
Flick It Up. What you got for the people, man?
Man, you already know, man. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm a black hippie letting y'all know, man, love and peace and happiness, in the world.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah. Y'all know how I said when I end the show, baby. I appreciate y'all guys tuning in to the Shakedown Radio Showcase Live. Motivate yourself to inspire others, to turn around to inspire yourself. Right here.
Radio.
Tune in to the
Shakedown.
Real Talk Radio.
Shakedown Radio.
Real Talk.
Keep it real. We keep it raw.
The Shakedown. Shakedown.